It's Bama, Tabby, Tickler, Aaliyah, and JR, the rapper. It's Bama, Tabby, it's Bama, Tabby, Tickler, Aaliyah, and JR, the rapper. Mic on the table, no polish. Truth in the room, we call it. Different lanes, one circle. Same old scars, we talking. From rent days to the break room. From new dreams to the pain too. We laugh hard and we break down, still we show up. That's the name now. Say what you mean what you say. Keep it bare, don't fade away. If it's real, let it sting. If it's joy, let it sing. Mosaic Union Podcast. Say it plain, say it loud. Mosaic Union Podcast. Real talk, we hold the crowd. Every voice got a reason. Every bruise got a sound. Mosaic Union Podcast. Come as you are. Right now. One week is love, next week is lost. Next week we're asking what it all costs. Black tea, cold notes, late night calls, big laughs. Then the quiet falls. We tap into faith and flaws, broken homes and second chances.
What's up? What's up? Happy Tuesday, y'all.
Happy Tuesday. What up, family? Welcome back. Welcome back. How y'all doing?
What's
Doing
going on,
good.
everybody?
Welcome back to
Good.
season. Welcome back to season 2, episode 5. I'm doing all right. Bama, how you doing?
I'm making it through another week, even though it's just Tuesday. I'm pushing through, but yeah,
Okay.
we here.
Yeah,
Yes,
almost
sir.
halfway there. And Leah, how you doing, love?
I'd be better if it was Friday. Tuesday's close enough, though. It's a day close to Friday, so I'll be better towards the end of the week. How you doing, Jay?
Yeah, felt that. Felt that. How
Well,
you doing, JR?
life is good. The ups and the downs, the grinding, the good times. Everything is all in one for me. So everything good.
Good, good. Well, welcome in, chat. I don't know if anybody's here yet, but I just wanted to say welcome in. Thank y'all for joining. We halfway there to season 2,
Oh
I
yeah,
appreciate y'all.
yeah.
Yes.
Today's the
Yeah.
mid-season finale.
Yeah, the
Okay.
mid-season finale. So I just wanted
Halfway
to
there.
I wanted to make sure that we highlight Juneteenth, for the culture, for all
Okay.
purposes,
Yes.
and exactly make sure that we go over Father's Day and some of Father's sacrifices. So, JR, since you are, the father of 1/4 of Mosaic Union, how
Yeah.
was your Father's Day and happy Father's Day?
Man, it was beautiful. Just being able to, sit down with the fam, eat good, watch some movies, play some games, and just enjoy the moment, because being a father throughout the year, it's a lot. It's a lot of pressure, when you're trying to grind out here and you want to make time to play with your kids and you want to have time for your lady as well. Like, that's all a part of the job, as being a dad, but I'm starting to come into my own and I'm starting to feel comfortable as a dad. And, that's a part of the sacrifices. You have to put in the time, the work every day. You never off. You have to be on. And, I think that's something that we have to appreciate about fathers more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aaliyah, what's one thing you appreciate about your father?
Oh man, my daddy is my biggest fan and my best friend. If I don't feel like I have anybody else to turn to, I can trust him to be my shoulder to lean on through any type of circumstance. He will pick me up whenever I fall. Sometimes now, it depends on how I fall. Because if I'm jumping down into the hole, he ain't gonna pick me out. He's like, you jumped in there, you can pick yourself up out of there. So,
True.
True.
he's a loving daddy, and he's not a strict daddy, but he will get on your behind, and I appreciate that because he shaped me into the woman that I am today. I'm still a little sensitive, Bottom's still a little tender from lessons that I'm still learning every day, but I can handle it a lot better because he shaped me, guided me in the way that I should go. And because of that, I don't stray too far from what I've learned. And it's kept me out of a lot of trouble. So, yeah, I love my daddy. I really do.
For sure. Yeah. Understood. What does Father's Day mean or look like for you, Bama?
So Father's Day for me was kind of a little different than Aaliyah experience. I really didn't. I knew my dad, but he was too busy. Uh, how can I say this?
Jumping in
Making too
box.
many kids,
Ooh.
making too many kids to actually be a father to one. Um, but I had my mom. I had my mom, and every day I would celebrate her for being both parents, and I couldn't thank
Right.
her enough for that. But I also had my grandparents. Well, my granddad, he was there.
Good.
My mom's dad, so he showed me things that my dad didn't show me. My dad did show me a lot on
Mm-hmm.
how not to be a man. But yeah, that's another story. But yeah, what about you, Kat?
Understood.
Yeah, how I
Understood.
feel for you.
Well, I'm definitely proud of my dad. I'm very appreciative. When you think about, all the sacrifices that they've made, my dad definitely, made many sacrifices, and I'm, kind of forced to see that now more so than ever. Not that I was oblivious growing up, but I just think about like times when he would come eat lunch with me, and everybody thought he was my
Mm-hmm.
brother because he healthy, and so
Right.
black don't crack. So
Yeah.
even though there's this stereotype about dads and fathers and stepfathers. Like,
Yeah.
this is the man that stepped up and raised me and did a damn good job. And if
Okay.
it wasn't for him, I do not know where I would be. Matter of fact, I have a good idea, but we're not going to talk about that. I'm just going to say that you have to be grateful for those role models, especially, the grandfathers, the uncles. Like, I'm very grateful for everybody that I have in my family, especially whether it was, whether it's blood or not.
Right.
My dad has taught me a lot of things. I remember, like, him teaching me how to tie my shoes, how to drive a standard,
Yes.
ride a motorcycle. So,
Okay.
like, I am very grateful, and I know that having my dad, I'm seeing and learning that life and that experience without that is very crucial, and I feel like it's invaluable. And so I'm grateful for gifts no matter what shape or form they come in, right? And so my daddy is definitely a gift. So shout out to you, ETF. I ain't gonna say nothing else, but anyway, that kind of ties into inspiration, right? Streamer University. How do y'all feel about Streamer University?
Man, I think it's a great opportunity for small creators. Even though it's gonna be, some more of the popular creators that's gonna make it there, but some of those smaller creators, that's what I'm watching to see who's gonna be the next big thing. For content purposes and also just learning more about what it takes to be in front of this camera and really show yourself, express yourself. Like I learned a lot, watching other streamers. So it's a good opportunity to see what the future gonna look like.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Bama, how do you feel about Streamer University? Is that something you've been interested in, or do you know a lot about it?
Um, I don't know a lot about it, but I know it helps you be better in the front of the camera, like putting out the content and all that. But from what I've heard lately, just strolling on TikTok, that it was a lot of reality star people that's actually trying to do that too. And I'm like, man, y'all already got somewhat of a platform. Y'all don't really need that. Leave that to the small
Right.
creators. So
Yeah,
I mean, that's going to be annoying if most of them get in it and not
Uh,
just regular people like us.
right.
exactly. Yeah. Aaliyah, what do you think about Streamer University? Have you seen like a lot of the like promo interviews or anything?
Well, I haven't seen too many interviews. Mine mostly comes from the last season when he first started Streamer University. And to me, it's really inspirational, especially to see Kasinak come from where he comes from to who he is today, was just basically a business mogul, to want to pass on that torch to a future generation. So that way they also have a chance to grow into whatever they dream of. So for
Yeah.
me, I appreciate him taking those steps as a young man, as a black man, as a man that knows his worth, is worth a lot now. But shoot, yeah, no, I
um,
think that the youth deserve a chance to go beyond their horizons. And like
yeah.
Bama said, as far as like people that already have a touch of that fame and stuff, let the little people have it. They're trying to get up off of their feet. That's why they're trying to attend Streamer University.
Yeah.
I like it. That's all I got.
Yeah. I think that's yes. I'm not gonna say unfair, but I think it's unfortunate because that they kind of dominate. The more popular people are dominating over the less fortunate, should I say?
Right.
Because you should definitely, and I know they'll probably pick the right people. I don't know how many they get to choose or whatever, but good luck. Shout out to everybody
Right.
that's even has the courage to even go out there and apply and do that because
Right.
strength and courage is very important and I think being, a celebrity and having influence, you have to know how to use that and redirect that, right? So speaking of celebrities, how do y'all feel about the hoopla? So our topic today is self-love, right? There's a lot of celebrities that are confused or causing some commotion about the meaning of self-love. What do y'all feel like self-love means? In your definition, your words. What does self-love mean to you? Bama, what does that mean to you?
Um, it to me it means like loving yourself unconditionally, um,
Mm.
being confident, and just knowing your own self worth. Like,
Yeah.
don't just settle for anything. Just know your worth. Basically, that sums it up for me. What about you, Aaliyah?
Okay.
Self love. Wow. For me, it's accepting myself as I am, to not try and conform to the ideals of people that are surrounding me or even some stranger on the outside, to be my own self, my own unique self. The idea of Aaliyah, imagined and alive, because I have experienced that so much in my life where people have tried to fit me into a box, and when I did go outside of, ironically enough, their comfort zones, I was changed. I was different. So it also goes along with what Bama said: to be yourself, love yourself as you are. Um, I really can't go beyond much. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to make it long winded.
Understood. JR, what do you think about self love, self improvement? What does it mean to you?
For me, it means to continuously improve yourself. Because if you love something and you have worth to something, you're gonna continuously make sure that it's good, make sure that it's better.
Mm,
So that's what I do with myself. I'm not scared to take challenges that I know are difficult, that I
okay.
know that I'm not used to, because I know at the end of it, I'm gonna build myself greater. And that's what self love to me is. It's like continuously evolving, continuously putting the work in because you love yourself and you want to see yourself better. Because
Yeah.
nobody starts off great at anything. You have to
Okay.
learn, put in the work. So if you love yourself, you're gonna put that work in.
Exactly. I guess that kind of leads to the next question. Can self love exist without self improvement?
Mm,
Absolutely not.
Mm. Yeah, I don't think so either. Um, and the question was beforehand was how does what does self love mean to me? Um, just because I said what it means to me doesn't mean that I always had self love. So
ah.
when I say that is a lot of times people go through trauma as kids, and people always say like friends and families are always there to actually help you improve that self love or whatever. But more so than often, those family are the ones that's causing those insecurities and things too. So
Mm-hmm.
coming from my point of view, I dealt with a lot of that in my family. And
Yeah.
it took me a while to actually start loving who I am because of those insecurities that was forced upon me by my
Mm.
family. Uh, just being the dark skinned brother. Um, Also, like I would have my family, my aunts and uncles come around. They'll be telling my sister, "Oh, you so pretty" or whatever. Telling my brothers, "Oh, y'all so handsome," and then they'll just get to me and be like, "Hey," and I'm like,
Damn.
"Damn, how do y'all think that's supposed to be? Like, how I'm supposed to feel about that?" So, like
Right.
those little things, it stick with you, and
It
then you
does.
have to learn to navigate life on how that made you feel. And as a black man, a lot of times we are not supposed to tell how we feel. Like we don't supposed to feel emotions. That's the stereotypical thing in the black community. And
Right.
yeah, that what sucks. Yeah, but I ain't gonna get too far into it. But yeah, that's
No, I like
that's my
that
little take
backstory
into
because
that.
I didn't know all that. So I appreciate the insight into you, man. For sure.
Right.
Yeah, that's that's a
Reader.
normal thing for us as men. Like we you have to have a balance, honestly. Like you have to have a balance of addressing your emotions, but also being fearless and ferocious in this life that we live in, and have that wherewithal to push through things. But you do have to acknowledge when you feeling something and find a solution for it and keep moving. But I think a lot of times men don't even acknowledge it at all, and they just keep going, and then they feeling that, and it's building up, and then they explode. So I
Mm.
think it's important that we have that self love to say, look, I have to protect who I am, how I feel, and handle that.
Exactly. I think people forget that it starts with, the first word in self love is self. And so you have to have self esteem. You have to understand yourself, and understand your love language, right? But I feel like people have such negative relationships with other people, they forget to have a relationship with themselves. They end up having doubt, they end up having blame. And then you're right, people, you have to be careful what you say to people and who's looking up to you and what you're saying to them as far as how deep it's gonna hit them, because you can be that aunt that is very inspirational and make somebody want to be into fashion and dress and take care of themselves, or you can be that aunt that makes somebody feel insecure and not want to eat right, and so don't be that person, right? Because it follows you and it changes who you are. It makes you self-critical of yourself. It makes you basically it just makes you shame yourself, and then therefore it's not there's not much love. But it's like, if self-love is the first word, you always have to remember to put yourself first. And so I feel like it's personal prioritization without feeling guilty, because you have to understand that you don't want to be, self-indulgent. You don't want to be egotistical. You don't want to be narcissistic, but you definitely want to put yourself first and make sure you're taking care of yourself, because ultimately you are your priority. And so I feel like I think this is a good time to ask the audience, the chat, what does self-love look like for y'all before we get too deep into the topic?
Okay.
We can
Shout out to
definitely have
Jet
a
Jelly Beans and Goldie in the chat. I see y'all.
Okay.
Much
yes,
love.
cheers, y'all.
But I also do want to just make one more comment about that, because like these things is what cause these, like say celebrities, they grow up and get older and they start making all these changes to their body. It's because of that self love. Like look Kim, like she was beautiful
It's
before.
beautiful.
Now she over there
Yes.
looking
Yeah.
like the Bride of Chucky. Like
Huh.
why would she do that? It is because I feel like she probably had trauma too that made her
She
insecure about
did.
how she looked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Exactly. The people around you, the people she was attracted to, maybe weren't they were attracted to something she wasn't. You never know. I feel like that's part of life. Society will make you feel like you somebody you're not, or make you feel like you're supposed to be somebody that you're not. And so that's why you have to remember who you are, where you come from, know your roots, and don't stray away from that. And even sometimes the roots might, get a little janky, like, those certain people that, influence you the wrong way. You have to pay attention to that and, try to, you know, be reasonable and also have reasonable expectations as well. So, I hope I got everybody's answer when it comes to that. I feel
Yeah.
like self love is confidence. It is acceptance. But it's also accountability. How do y'all feel about accountability and self love? Is it one and the same?
I think you can hold yourself accountable when it comes to self love. I didn't mean to interrupt anybody. I apologize.
No,
Uh,
you.
No, you're fine.
but yeah, no, that's one way that I grew out of my personal traumas, Bama, was holding myself accountable for loving myself. Because for a long time, and I still found myself doing it, I'll be self deprecating, talking about myself in negative ways that take away from who I truly am, from what everybody else will see. They'll be steady building me up, but I won't believe it because I've been telling myself all these years, no, no, that's wrong. That can't be true. So if you
Yeah.
hold yourself accountable by correcting a thought, instead of me saying I'm ugly, I look in the mirror and say I'm beautiful. Or instead of
Yeah.
hearing somebody talk about me and putting truth to that, I counter it with a positive thought. So
Mhm.
you honestly do have to hold yourself accountable in that stance. If you want to change on the inside, that's just my personal opinion.
True. What do you think about
Now,
that, Ben?
before I answer that question, I didn't want to go ahead and jump back into the chat. I kind of cut them off real quick. Uh, Jelly Bean said, "Oh, I'm here to learn, not to teach. I'm terrible at self love. I remember every mistake I've made and think of those mistakes often and repeatedly.
Amen.
Thanks for asking,
Hmm.
though.
Okay.
All right,
I I, I
and
want to
then
address that. Let
okay,
me address that. I think when it comes to that, you have to give yourself grace. And you also got to remember that we not here for long, and you got to enjoy the present. That past is a monster, and it's the monster in the closet. And sometimes you just got to close that closet and leave it there,
Yeah.
because if you hold on to it, it's gonna steady scare you. It's gonna steady get in the way of what you got in the present and in the future. So it's like steady climb up to that present. Stay out of that past and prepare for the future, but stay in the present. And that's like my main thing when I'm thinking, because I know that we're not here forever and we have to appreciate what we have.
Yeah, I agree. I feel that.
now, Goldie
Yeah.
says self love is knowing my worth comes from treating myself with self care, grace, and respect. I, the respect I give other people.
Yeah. I can live by
Exactly.
that too. That's a mantra.
For sure. Yeah, I think it's definitely we all here to learn. Jelly beans. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for chiming in. And yeah, I think we're all learning. We all got to give ourselves grace, like JR said. I feel like you also have to, remember that time was gonna teach you what you needed to know, and you just have to be patient, right? So you have to get forgive yourself for not knowing what time was only gonna teach you, and so I feel like that is also the difference between growth and perfection, right? What is perfection? I don't know what that is, right? Because what is the idea of that, right? So I feel like there's aside from all the pressures in life, I feel like Aaliyah said, it's all. it is what it is, but it's also what you make of it. And so if it can be negative, it can also be positive. So you also have to think, what is one obstacle that I've overcome that I am proud of today, as far as self-love, and like it kind of leads into a question.
Mm-hmm.
When did you realize you weren't treating yourself kindly or showing yourself self-love? And so I feel like for me, I when I recognized it was when my son was only a few months old. I want to say maybe 9 months old. We stuck in the hospital for 9 days.
Yeah.
I did not know if my child was gonna make it, and I had the opportunity to talk to some people that made me realize that I had been dealing with postpartum
Mm-hmm.
depression, still struggling with anxiety,
Mm-hmm.
and I had just been going and going and
Mm.
going
Mm.
and going, and I was not addressing any of that. Whether I recognized it, whether I paid attention to it, whether there were signs, whether I missed it or not, I finally realized, hey, like they say, coming to Jesus. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
recognize myself. I was
I
outside the
agree.
box, like all the way outside the box, looking
Mm.
in. And so that's when I realized, okay, you're going to have to do something. You literally going to have to pull yourself out of this hole you dug.
Mm.
And so that was when I learned, hey, what are you going to do?
Right.
And so I can say that was an obstacle that I overcame, and I'm still overcoming it because depression, where's the cure?
Come on.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
Come on.
what does that look like?
I definitely think I feel like mental health is kind of like working out in the gym. It's one of those things that I feel like you have to continuously work out and continuously have a tool. Like whether you doing therapy with a therapist, whether you taking time to do your own research and figuring out your way through problems mentally. But I would suggest therapy, me being a psychology major. But I think it's very important. I think it's one of those things as humans we have to evolve more into, because therapy is not like a regular thing for most people.
Mm-hmm.
We think about therapy once we already down in the dumps and already going through a lot. But I think it's something that we have to start doing pre, a situation, like having that time to really sit down and really evaluate yourself.
I
Yeah.
agree. I agree. I've had a therapist for 5 years now, steady, and had therapists before that because I have gone through, um, well, I can't say it on social media, but um, what is the word that they use for it? Basically, I tried to take myself out several times. And so I even ended up in a mental health hospital in order to receive help because I could not find a source for it. There was no way that I could fix myself. It didn't matter how many meds I took. It didn't matter who I was talking to. It didn't matter how much I read the Bible. I had hit a wall. So mental health and self-love work toe and toe for me because it is a constant barrage of me forcing myself to love myself, forcing myself to get into the mental aptitude of I got to do this for me because I deserve it. Um,
Yeah.
it's taken years to get to this point. There isn't a day that doesn't go by where I'm still not doing it. But to encourage somebody that maybe where I was, there is a brighter day at the end of the tunnel. Yes, you can learn to love yourself all over again. I don't care if you just pick out an eyelash today and say, I love this eyelash about myself. Find something to love about yourself. It can be done. I'm telling you. I
Yeah.
know it's hard. No, you want to fight everything within yourself to say that I am not lovable and I do not deserve. That is a lie. That is a trick. Don't fall into it. And Yeah, that's what I got to say.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I just want to tell you that I'm proud of you being able to talk about that because a lot of
Mhm.
people can't express that and really get it out truthfully. You know, I've
Mhm.
been through that as well, you know,
Wow.
just feeling like life is too much and
Mhm.
I don't want to keep going through this experience. You know, and
Right.
I think a lot of people have been through that moment at some point in your life, especially when you're growing into an adult. It's a lot of pressure,
Right.
and you know, I'm just glad that we still here to talk about it and still here to
Okay.
show and be an example for people that are going to go through that or going through that now,
Hmm.
that you can get through that and you can be greater later, you
Right.
know.
Yeah.
I like that. You
Absolutely.
could be greater later.
For sure. Yeah. I think it's very important, and I feel like it's important for me to say that it was important for me when I was 18 because I knew my life was in my hands, right? I had just left home at 17 actually, and
Mhm.
I saw the cycles. I saw life going on with my family, and so it's like you gotta want to break cycles. You gotta want to do better, right? But you also gotta want to do the work. And so I'm thankful for, my fiance at the time, Marcus. He had the funds to pay for that because it was not cheap. I think it was like $900 for the necessary testing, the necessary therapy, making sure that I understood what I was dealing with, the weapon that I was, and where I was
Mhm.
at. I had left a small town. I had no family in Austin. I had just got into a new relationship. I was scared because I was like, first of all, I'm going through a lot of things. I'm lonely up here. How am I
Mhm.
supposed to be your wife when I don't even know what I'm doing with my life?
Mhm.
So I felt like that was pivotal, and having that cognitive therapy, having that support, recognizing when things are off track and doing something about it, having the courage to do that even when you're alone.
Yes.
That's also another sign of integrity, right? You got to do what's right no matter who's watching. You feel on the inside what's going on, so you got to do something about it, especially if you really want to. And where there's a will, there's a way. And
Okay.
so I feel like that ties into June is a men's mental health awareness month. And I feel like I don't care what age you are. I feel like, especially at 18, if you're not even younger, because people go through things and traumas and tragedies in life and they're forced to go to therapy. Don't
Hmm.
wait till something tragic in your life happens to seek out help. Don't let what happened at the cookout, what such and such said, deter you from, what's going on in your life, what your triggers are. You recognize, hey, I might have some tendencies like such and such, and I might need to do something about that. Like, when you see something going on in the world, you say something. So when you recognize something in your body going on, why aren't you doing anything? And
Mm.
so I feel like, why are we showing more love to other people than we are ourselves? And so that ties back into self-love. But I feel like men, for some reason, there's a stereotype behind men not allowing themselves to focus on their mental health, focus on healing themselves, healing their inner child. And so I want to know from the other half of the Mosaic Union
Yeah.
podcast, what is y'all's perspective on men's mental health and awareness? What is something that you can make aware to men other than seeking help and not feeling vulnerable about that?
Hmm.
You want to handle that first,
Um,
or
yeah, I'll go. I'll say talk about it first. Because basically, I'm actually dealing with that now. Because my mental health has been messed up for the past 3 months since my mom passed away. But in May is when I started seeing the therapist. Um, and when I say it's messed up, it's just like everything's shut off in my brain. Like nothing is going on. It's just empty. So when I'm working, I can get through the day working and everything. And after work, and if I'm not talking to y'all, I'm literally just staring at the wall. And on the weekends, I'm literally in the bed until one of y'all or somebody text or call me, and I'm just in the
Hmm.
bed looking at the wall, not sleeping,
Right.
not doing nothing, not thinking. And once I snap out of it, I started thinking like, dang, you was literally sitting there for hours, laying in the bed for hours, and not even thinking.
Yeah.
You obviously got to get some help. So one day at work, like I almost went off on somebody on the phone at work, and I was like, "Look, my mom just passed away, so before I go off on you, I'm gonna go ahead and transfer you." And then I went
Mm-hmm.
to my supervisor. I was all like, "Look, I can't take this right now," and he was all like, "Yeah, I think you need to see some help." So they got me a therapist, and I started talking to them, and my therapist really, so this is my first time going through therapy, and it's definitely not what I thought it was going to be. I was thinking that it was just going to be telling me all this stuff, what I need to do, what I need to do, but they're not. She's literally just being an ear for me and allow me to
Yeah.
express
Yeah.
myself, let out my emotions and everything, and she's just asking those probing questions to keep me talking. And she's always one time she's all like, man, you are telling me what you need to do, you already know what you need to do, not knowing that I actually study psychology too, and that's my minor. And that was my minor in college, and she was all like,
Yeah.
why does it seem like you have been a therapist? Like, I was all like, well, I'm not a therapist, but I did study psychology, and a lot of my friends come to me to talk, but like it's different when I'm dealing with it myself. I know what I got
Yeah.
to do, but putting it to action is totally different. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so it's it's really confusing for a man because you don't want to be vulnerable. But due
Mm-hmm.
to what society standards are, you don't want to be vulnerable. You don't want to let out your emotions. You don't want to seem weak and all that.
Right.
So, but I say F it, do it. Go get the help that you need, and yeah, that's what I gotta say because it's definitely improving for me. And even though my therapist says like I don't need her, I always feel like I need that open door policy now. So like, yeah, so I don't know. I might keep her around. I told her, look, as long as you don't have to charge me, I might text you. I might text you and
Okay.
just start texting, letting all the emotions out that way.
Not about an hour, about a
Okay.
text.
Right.
Ain't
This
cheap.
is why the therapist sound like a side chick, man.
Dang. You know,
Okay.
I might keep her around.
Hey, I keep her around, you know what I'm saying?
Look, the way she was asking me what I be cooking for dinner, oh, you sound like you can cook and all that. I'm like, wait, now
Oh.
you trying to
Uh
slide in
oh.
the DMs and all that, or what?
Not you finessing the therapist about big backing.
Ooh.
Look, and I wasn't even trying, and she over here trying to do all that.
Girl, don't make me act up in here. Please.
Okay.
Look,
Send
I'm
me a
trying to be
plate, Bama.
professional. Trying to be
She be, I'm gonna
professional.
need you to come in
You
person
work
and
with the
break it
company
down.
now. You work with the company. I'm trying to be professional now. We can't cross that line. But after hours
That's
is
all
after
right.
hours.
Oh my goodness. JR, what you have to say?
So when for me, I really took psychology serious because I really wanted to use it to help our community because I know in a lot of ways it was warfare on us doing slavery, doing Jim Crow, doing
Mm.
segregation, and a lot of the tools that they used was psychology tools, and I wanted to be able to use that to reverse it, and that was my whole goal going to psychology. It wasn't for myself, wasn't for the money. It was about how can I use this to help our community and kind of restore some things. And it's an ambitious idea, and I try to put a lot of messages in my music, in the videos that I put out, but it's gonna take time for that type of content to really reach. But I would say for me, I'd use a lot of those tools for myself as well. Like as far as knowing when I'm going through things and knowing how to approach them in the correct manner. Because a lot of times we overthink. Like our brain is our greatest strength and our greatest hindrance because we get into these pockets of thinking. That's why I was telling you, Bama, don't hesitate. And I'm gonna just start hitting you up because I know how important it is to fill that time in with people that you can trust, people that you can socialize with in those times when you are feeling down or you are going through it. Cause life is gonna hit you. It's just it is what it is. You gotta get in there and you gotta take a couple of them, throw a couple of them back, and sometimes get in the corner and have your manager tell you some good stuff that you're doing and tell you what you're doing wrong and how to fix it. You know, therapy is like boxing. You know what I mean? You really have to study it, study the game, study what you're doing, study what life is doing at you, throwing at you. You know, so it's like I just stay positive is the main thing. That's the most. That's the best thing that you should think about when you're thinking about your mental health is staying positive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I be that positive role model or person for everybody else, but not for myself. Like I'm learning about myself. I need to start being selfish. And when I say selfish is because I always worried about other people before myself. And that's why I was battling with the self love thing because I was too focused on other people instead of focusing on myself. I would pour into them, making sure they always made me feel good, but I never like think what did I want or what do I need, who's there for me, all that.
Yeah,
So that's what I'm learning, and I'm on this healing journey, and I know it's gonna be up from here.
absolutely.
For
And hey,
sure. For
just
sure.
just to give a shout out to Goldie in the comments, she gave me another name, so I'm Jr. Real, Jr. the rapper, and now Jr. the preacher. You know what I'm
JR the preacher.
Dang. So we got a preacher in JR, we got a preacher in Tab, okay? Okay, so Tab gotta be
Amen.
the
Just like,
she gotta be the evangelist. Evangelist Tab.
yeah.
First
I'm
lady.
like, I'm
Hey.
through with y'all. Let me see. Let me check the chat. Goldie said this is a beautiful conversation. Being vulnerable is hard. Proud of you, Bam. Tiffany said I took psychology in college, and in the African American community, we take mental health seriously. Hold on. We
We
don't
don't.
take mental health seriously. I had to move the phone and make it seem like taboo and feel like we're alone. Yeah, I don't like that. See, I don't like stereotypes, and I don't mind talking about, the things that everybody's facing but nobody's really talking about. And I don't really, fool with all that because, you got to be honest about what's going on. And I feel like knowledge is power. I do not have wisdom tattooed on my body for no reason. I'm always yearning for knowledge, and I feel like if there's resources, you got to be resourceful. And so even if you don't have the money, you got the time to research and educate yourself. And I feel like that's all part of education and literacy when it comes to your mental health, financial literacy. I feel like the cultures, we need to do better. And I feel like each and every person that shines their light a little brighter and teaches one person, it'll trickle down. It'll be, a great domino effect. And I feel like it's a shame that, certain cultures are on purpose acting like they can't utilize information that's around them. So I say, seek out the information, get opinions. You know yourself, you know what's going on. So, and if you don't, I suggest that you do start, focusing on yourself. Because I feel like everybody has to learn how to love yourself, improve yourself, but also, life is gonna throw punches at you. So you got to keep moving, but you also got to pay attention to the people around you and the people that you claim that you love outside of yourself, and lift them up and support them as well, and not make them feel like less than, taboo, or unworthy of being, having a clear mind, having a clear mindset, and being able to focus without a lot of issues. And I feel like that everybody is going through something, and I feel like the more people you have that you can trust, that understand you and respect you and love you, they love themselves, and everything will be better. As far as everybody will get along, everything will be more cohesive, right? Copacetic, as they say. So I feel like tonight we've talked about a lot of important things about facing obstacles head on and how to focus on self improvement and self love. What are some other highlights or questions that you guys may have come up with since we started this segment when it comes to self love?
I think my question would be, what what ultimately is the most important thing to y'all about being confident in yourself and fighting through? Because I think a lot of times we get a little too caught up in the emotional part of it, but what aspect to y'all gives you that willpower to fight through when you're going through those times?
Go ahead, Aaliyah. Or-
Honestly, um, because of the stage of my life, I am dealing with grief and loss in multiple ways. I'm dealing with a job that isn't ideal, pays way less than I've earned in years. And what's pushing me through is my faith with the Lord, because I cannot function without Him. I cannot make it through any day without Him. And the knowledge that I've been here before, where I felt like I was at my lowest, but somehow I made it out. So my motivation is the light at the end of the tunnel. It may sound cliche, but that's what I look forward to. That there is a goal at the end of this. There is better at the end of this. As long as I keep putting one foot in front of the other and telling myself I can make it just one step a day, then I can do it. It's hard, but that's what's pushing me through, is just knowing that I am going to see better one day. I
That's
got to see
pressing.
better one day.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Bama, what do you have to say?
Um, I was just gonna say what motivates me to keep moving on is just thinking like, what would my mama tell me to do? Um,
Yeah.
she would tell me to get up out that damn bed, stop moving around,
Yeah. Yeah.
doing all that. Yeah, so that's my motivation. Even though
That's
I
good
don't
That's
listen to her
enough.
motivation.
sometimes, and she
That's
probably
enough.
look, I don't
Shoot.
listen to her sometimes, and she probably cussing me out, saying like, "Boy, you so damn hard headed." But
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah,
Listen to your mama.
that.
Shoot. Get up out that bed.
exactly. Yeah. JR,
But
what you think?
y'all also do like sorry, y'all are my
Mhm.
motivation too. Because like I said, when y'all do hit me up, that's when I snap out of whatever the mood. I don't even know what it's called. Like it's like I'm in an out of body experience. I'm looking at myself on the bed, just sitting there, and we just both looking at each other, not
Disassociated.
talking, not communicating, nothing. And we just like,
Mm-hmm.
then I get that one notification, and I look at my phone. I'm like, oh, and then I literally get up out of bed. I know one day, like I was literally in
Poor
bed
baby.
all day. I woke up probably like at 7 o'clock that morning. Went up to go use the pee and everything, brush my teeth and all that. Got right back in the bed, and I was in bed until 7 o'clock that evening. And then just sitting there looking at the wall. And then I think one of y'all had text the group or whatever. And then I looked
Mm-hmm.
at my phone and I was like, oh, okay. And I said, dang, it's 7 o'clock. I'm thinking it was 7 o'clock a.m. Like still, like, but I had been there all day, like just
That's how
sitting
you
there.
cope.
And then that's when I got up and started moving around and stuff. I'm like, yeah, like
Yeah.
this something is not right.
Your
Yeah,
brain is just shut off from all the trauma. You're going through so much. That's how your body is coping with the pain as
Hmm.
best as it knows how. But you go ahead, Jr.
yeah. I think everybody has a process, And if that process is keeping you going, and that's why I say this why I love this union. And I love what we got going
Yeah.
because we have a team and we have it's like we responsible for each other. We responsible for this podcast. So it gives you an extra little push to be like, man, I want to do good for my team. You know, I want to make sure that I'm holding my end of the bargain.
Right.
And I think you need those things, you know, just like you need family to keep you going. You need friends to
Yeah.
keep you going. Having a team and a network around you that can pull you up and give you those words of encouragement, that's it's so important. And just to touch on the question as well, um, you know, I just think that
Hey
Uh oh.
Tab, what about you?
I
You
think he
never
might have
spoke on
froze.
it.
Okay.
He did. He froze.
We can still hear you. Can you hear us? I
yeah,
don't know if
can
you,
y'all hear me?
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a little glitchy there, but it's all
Yeah.
good.
It's all right.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
Yeah, I think, you know, life is going to give it to you and you just got to keep going. You know, my thing is I'm a warrior. You know, at the end of the day, no matter what happens, I'm gonna be on my square, and that's my mindset. I don't care what you can't name one thing in this life that can happen that can knock me off my square because I'm so dialed in. I'm so locked in
Mm.
on my goals, being there for my son. You know, having fun with him, like all those different things with my lady, just building and growing with her. Like
Yeah.
I'm just dialed in everything that I'm doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Straight up.
Well, so let's hear your thoughts on that, Tab.
Okay. Well, y'all know me. I have some some experience in the obstacles, many obstacles. You think about career changes, raising kids, rebuilding after marriages that fail, or pursuing goals that may not go happen the way you want them to happen. Just trying to show up publicly and being visible. It's not really something I like, but it happens to be something I'm good at. So, I got to pay the bills.
Okay.
So, resilience is a little, a little rusty sometimes, but some people make it look good, but you never really know what people are going through. But ultimately, for me, I feel like it boils down to my faith, my family, and the ability to know that if I stay focused, that I can pretty much persevere and conquer anything. And I know that everybody before me, my ancestors way before me, had it way worse than me. I know
Mm.
that I'm blessed. I know that I have. People may think, things come to me easily. They don't know how hard I work, but I know how hard I work. And I know the struggles the struggles and the sacrifices that my parents made to make the life that they did for us, to even give me the vision to have the family that I have. I'm grateful for, everything. I know I go through the storms and the struggles and I be stressed out, but ultimately, I'm still standing, and I feel like that has taught me a lot. And as long as I continue to learn from them lessons, I can't look back and be sad.
Mm-hmm.
Life is frustrating, right? Because you have these expectations for yourself. You want to live a great life. You want, in my case, you want to, make sure that you're taking care of your family and doing everything you can.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you're going to fall short. But I just have to remember, hey, to stay focused, to remember, my family understands that I'm doing the best that I can. They understand that I get tired. And so that's also part of self love, recognizing when I'm tired, doing something about it, and not feeling guilty about it. So just learning when to rest. And so
Yeah.
I'm just thankful for that because it's allowed me. My family and my faith has allowed me to be confident enough to be vulnerable, to be myself, and as long as I continue to show up as myself authentically, I will forever be bright and bold and let my light shine. I don't care who likes it.
Okay.
But there's always, a light at the end of the tunnel. So, um, with that being said, just, sit in the storm, but, you won't be alone, as the song says. So, don't feel like, I feel like a lot of people feel like they are alone and that nobody knows what they're going through. And granted, not every person is going to understand what you are going through, but you got to reach out to people. You got to pay attention to the signs. You got to recognize when something is off with people and do something about it. Come up with code words. Pay attention to the patterns and just take care of yourself, but take care of each other. But the more you take care of yourself, the better off you can be for everybody else around you. And so, I don't know if I missed anybody's question. I definitely want to check the chat and make sure I didn't miss
Yeah.
anything there before we dive
Yeah.
into scroll therapy. Bama, did you have something?
No, I was just gonna say Tiffany in the chat. She said, "I'm still learning to build confidence and not ask everyone for their opinion and think on their own and think on my own." That's what she said.
Mm,
Um,
yeah.
Goldie also said, "How are y'all talking about this without crying? I would be in tears." um,
It's called
uh,
growth.
Or I'm all
yeah,
cried out.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I did have one question. Basically, off of what Tiffany just said, what was my question? That it was pertaining to that. Um,
Hmm.
She said, I'm still learning to build my confidence and not ask everyone for their opinion and think on my own. Amen, sister.
Yes.
yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Well, since we are basically on social media, do y'all think like social media has impacted your confidence positively or negatively?
Absolutely. There's been an impact. Um, Hate to say it, I'm still a woman at the end of the day, but I'm constantly doing comparisons to other women that I believe are the beauty standard. I look at Zoe Saldana, not Zoe Saldana. I'm sorry, even though she's beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but I'm thinking of
Just petite.
Zendaya.
Yes.
I look at her as the goddess of the realm at the moment. She is just perfect to me. Personally, I wouldn't want to be that skinny. I'll never be that skinny, but she's the model type. She has the morals that I like. She's got the husband that I think I would adore. But I'm
She's
constantly
married.
comparing myself to that. You say what? Is
I
she
said
married?
sorry. Yeah, I was.
Uh,
Yeah,
no, go
that just
ahead.
popped in my head.
No. Yeah, they're
I didn't
married.
know she was married. Her and the
Uh-huh.
Spider
Yeah,
Man
no.
dude.
Tom just admitted it on he just did it with some magazine interview, but finally just admitted that she's his person. They're married, they got a whole life together. I'm excited for them because they seem like they're a wonderful couple. Granted, I try to put a little drop of belief into celebrity relationships because you never know what's going on the inside. But yeah, they're the gold couple at the moment. But yeah, no, I do compare myself in negative ways. I also compare myself in positive ways because there's also a lot of affluent women that I follow that are choosing to better themselves every day. And I choose to seek that education, that level of achievement, and strive to be better myself. So yeah, there's good and bad to it.
Okay, I know that I use it as inspiration. I am a big motivator for don't compete where you don't compare. So think about it. This other person's genetics ain't got nothing to do with you. That is a whole nother world that ain't got nothing to do with you, right? Be inspired by that person, but there is no way, shape, or form you could be that person. You are not that person. Each person it's all about individuality.
Mm-hmm.
You are an individual. And so all of this information that we have access to, social media, it is what it is, but it's also what you make of it. I
Mm-hmm.
am not finna be out here comparing myself to somebody who gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning and goes to work out, drink their smoothies, and they eat 100% exactly what their blood type tells them, exactly what their body type tells them to eat. I am not going to compare myself, but am I going to learn from them? Yes, I am, for sure. Because do I eat my blood type? Yes. Do I pay attention to my body and what it needs? Yes. Do I have a log of what's going on with my body and dates and times? Yes, because that is what is important to me. Now, am I going to shame somebody because they don't know the exact date they had their cycle or the last time they, had a ear infection? No, I'm not. That ain't got nothing to do with me because the way I see it is that is information, right? It's inspiration. That person is vulnerable enough to live their life, whether they're truthful or not. Because what they say, what you see on the internet ain't real. Okay, that's your perception. Your perception is not my perception. You ain't got the same vision I got.
Okay.
Not in no way, shape, or form. So what I see, you might not even see it at all. But what if I tell you about it and bring it to your attention, you might have a whole new vision, right? And a whole new
Hmm.
perspective, right? So no, I do look at certain celebrities and I think, okay, yeah, that's nice to have that. Oh, that jewelry is fly. But would I ever comfortably invest $5 million on a necklace?
Mm.
Okay. Do you
Well.
know how many
Even if
properties,
I
how
was
much
rich, I wouldn't.
land? Thank you. And
Mm.
so that's their life. That's their dreams. And trust me, dream big, baby. I'm gonna tell you that until the day I die. So whatever your goals are, whatever I have been inspired by many of people, Raven
Hmm.
Simone, Tayana Taylor, so many different people for different reasons, right? Take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. But don't try to recreate and be that person. Be yourself, be your version, emulate, right? Imitate all you want, but you will not be able to replicate. So you need to find yourself, love yourself, and the flaws that you don't like, do something about it.
Right.
If there's something going on in your life, you don't like the way it's going, do something about it. You can change it, you can fix it. Don't fix what is not broken, but recognize what the hell is fragile, what is fractured, what needs healing, what needs some growth, what needs some attention. And so I
Hmm.
feel like people get distracted. You worry about what everybody else wants, and you don't even know what you want. You just out here running around looking like a bobblehead.
Bobblehead, not bobblehead.
Seriously. I hope I answered your question.
Yeah. I,
uh,
I think for
what
me,
about
when
you?
it comes to social media, I would say that for me it doesn't affect, but I do see where it can, and it's when you don't have any guidance. That's the issue, because
Mm.
people like us, we have guidance and we have understanding of things, but for those young impressionable minds, that's who I fear for, because they don't know, and they seeing these things on that. Because I be having to explain to my son a lot about
Mm.
different things, like, oh nah son, that's not real, or oh nah, that's just a show, because he's
Yeah.
just still trying to learn. So I make sure that I'm very active with him when he's watching different things and learning different things. So I think that's what's important, is the guidance from the elders to be able to show you what life really is about, and what perception tools you should use when you seeing certain things on social media, and
Hmm.
knowing that this is you, this is your building. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? You can look at those, like Tab said, you can look at those other buildings and get inspiration, but your building, you should love that building because it's yours and nobody can take that away from you.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tiffany in the comments, she says, seeing other people I went to school with on social media who have progressed and I haven't has caused little self confidence problems, but has also motivated me to finish school.
Mm.
Hey, that's what's
Yeah,
up.
use
Congratulations.
anything to
Okay.
motivate you. That's what I say.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Congratulations. You got to
and
keep on, keep pushing on.
yeah, and Goldie
Yeah,
said we have to be careful with social media as well because it can make us think we are better than other people too when we're not.
Mm. Well.
Facts. Yeah, a lot of people blow up and they forget where where they came from and who they are. And I feel like people need to remember that too. Hey, nobody's better than the next person. We
Right.
all going through. We all got blood pumping through our veins, and we all got bills. So let's not forget that. Hey, ain't
Okay.
nobody perfect. So you ain't no better than the next person. We all need help.
yeah,
Okay.
And
absolutely.
Jelly Bean says, "Let your haters be your motivators."
And for
Yeah,
real.
that's all.
Yeah, always. Um, Not Jelly Bean say she over here crying enough for y'all, for all y'all. I just scrolled back up. I was looking at it, but yeah, no. Hey, cry, release them tears, baby. Release them tears.
Okay.
Um,
Yep.
Alrighty, guys. So, any other pointers, inspiration, motivation about self love, or anything along that sorts before Aaliyah starts scroll therapy?
I'm ready for
So
these
what
scroll
type of
therapy. I've been waiting all week for those.
I know, right?
one more question, one more question. I just got
What
All
you
right,
one
one
say,
more
more.
Bama?
question.
Uh,
All right,
All
so
right.
what are some affirmations that help you get through your day or give you the confidence to move on that day? What affirmations do you guys use?
You is smart. You is kind. You
you
is.
is important. Yes. Okay.
We're not gonna do this. Don't make me
Ah.
start quoting these movies now. Don't do this.
I had to. I had to. No, for real. There's a lot of daily affirmations, like yearly affirmations. Like, no, I have to remind myself. Um, you are a motivator, you are motivated, you are, kind, you are generous, you are beautiful, you are a hard worker. Like, I have to remind myself, hey, you need to slow down, or you need to pat yourself on the back. I'm learning to take compliments, give myself compliments, and recognize, hey, when I need to be, you have to sometimes remember to be your own biggest cheerleader.
Mhm.
And so that's really where it is. I am the main character in my story, right? And so, who's gonna narrate better than me? And so I just have to, every day, remind myself that, hey, every day's a new day. I'm gonna make the best of it. I'm gonna learn from everything the previous day, and do my best to make sure that I'm pumping everybody else up as well as myself.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like there's plenty of affirmations. I wasn't expecting that one, Bartholomew. But yeah, Leah, what is some of your favorite affirmations?
Um. Currently, my main one is I can do this. Um. From getting out of bed, driving to work, doing my job, even when that job is difficult, I can do this. Um. Because I am having struggles right now believing that. So that is my personal affirmation every day. Whenever
Mm,
I get up in the morning, is to look myself in the mirror and say, I can do this.
yeah, that's a good one. That's important.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
you can. You got this.
absolutely. You gotta know that. Like you have to have that as a frontal part of your brain. Is like I can do this, whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
whatever obstacle comes up, you can do it. And that's kind of leads into my affirmations. And one thing that really helps me is that the musical epic that I showed y'all guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I would encourage anybody to go watch it because it really shows throughout that journey like how you can persevere through anything. And it
Yeah.
all starts up here. You have to be a
Mm-hmm.
warrior of the mind. And
Right.
that kind of sticks with me, just being a warrior of the mind. No matter what I'm going through, I'm going through it. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
getting through it. Like it don't matter
Right.
what it is. Like
Right. I'll go get to the
Got
other
no
side
choice. Yeah.
yeah, like
by
What
that's
you
hell or
mean?
high water. I would get there.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's facts. I like that. Bama.
Well, my affirmations, one is I got on my wall, dream until it's reality. So continue having a vision and a dream until I make it a reality. And another thing that I do is I wake up to gospel music. Like today, God is in. My life is in your hand is what played this morning. So I woke up to
Yeah.
say, I know that I can make it.
Okay.
So like those things like that, things like that, that
Yeah.
gets my day going and get me in the right spirit and headspace. Also,
Yeah.
in the words of Clifford, Harris Jr., TIP, Mr. King
Yeah.
himself. He is not like,
Okay.
yeah, what do you say? Haters gonna hate, ignore them till they fade away. That's
Hmm.
that's what I'm trying to do now. So yeah.
Yep,
Yeah,
got to.
yeah.
All righty. Well, I was making sure if y'all got any affirmations, make sure y'all drop them in the chat. But we're gonna have a little cheers to our mid-season finale. Y'all get y'all drinks up. I don't know what y'all sipping on, whether it's a alcoholic beverage or not. Get your
A little
drink on,
grape
put your
juice.
cups
That's right.
up.
Just a little grape.
Okay, right, Bama. What you always say?
Uh,
Up
What's
to
your
it, down to
cheers?
oh yeah,
Up
wait,
to it,
up
down
to
to
it,
it.
down to it.
we ain't gonna do. Okay, we can do that one. Up to it, down to it.
Yes,
Folks who
sir.
don't do it, we do it because we're used to it. Drink, motherfucker, drink. Sorry, we
Right.
might just got kicked off of here,
Make sure
but
you
we
like,
love the
follow, share, and
YouTube.
subscribe.
Look, I said we love the YouTube, not TikTok. We ain't no TikTok. My bad.
Joe ain't. That's all right. While we got a little moment, while y'all sipping, get your little breath. Y'all make sure y'all like, y'all follow, y'all subscribe, y'all share,
Guys.
y'all set y'all alarms. Make sure y'all join us every Tuesday night. We do have 5 more episodes this season. If y'all want to see more episodes from us next season, y'all let us know.
Yeah.
And without further ado, Miss Aaliyah, are you ready, my love?
Yeah, yes, 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 my darling, I am. Alrighty, y'all, let's get into the scroll therapy.
Now,
I
hopefully
am going
this
to
week
start
we
with
do not
something a
have no.
little. Huh? What
I
happened?
was
What'd you
just gonna
say?
say, hopefully we don't have nothing about no stanking people or you know,
The hygiene is on the
How you
lower
gonna try
levels.
and
murderers.
control that?
And
Like,
okay, sorry.
why
At
would
this
you
point, we
say
gonna
something like that?
at this
Because
point
the
we just
very
gonna
first
add the
question I
stanking
got
people.
is, how do I tell my friend she smells so bad? People need to
Oh,
know about that.
See, at this point we need to
People
just
need to
add
know about
stinking
that.
people to the segment. Add the stinking people to the
Okay, this
segment.
is the summertime. I just walked into Walmart the other day and it smelled like a bag of Badoosie. No, thank you. So let's get into it.
Not the Walmarts.
well, we're gonna have to have a whole segment.
Nah,
we're gonna have to
you
give
ain't gonna
everybody
cut off
products that
this
they
We
like
gonna
use.
have
that. No, thank you.
products.
I got to let the people know you stink. You
Yeah.
stink.
Lord Jesus, fix it. Do tell.
Okay, I have a friend. Let's call her Sarah. We've been friends for years. She's a very sweet girl who I really love, and our friendship means so much to me. Lately, she started smelling so bad. Like in the
Ooh.
beginning, I thought like, okay, maybe she's was sweating a lot or I'm tripping too much, but no. It's getting to that point where I don't even want to call her to hang out anymore. I just can't stand it. I want to be a good friend and somehow let her know because other people probably realized. And I don't want her to seem like a dirty person when I know that she's not. I mean, she's never been before. I don't know how to tell her because it's kind of a weird topic to approach and she's very sensitive. I need help. Can anyone give me advice, please?
Okay.
Dersh. Dersh. Summer's Eve. Okay. You got Dove. You
I
got.
just want to say, if the friend normally don't stink, she might be depressed. She may not be in the form of self love and self care. So you need to step up as the friend. Like I said, you need to pay attention. And if you smell and you don't want her at your house, why you avoiding her? See, that's the problem with people. Y'all don't want to be truthful. You don't want to be transparent. I'm gonna have to break it to you, sis. You know, just like look. I used to be avoidant when it comes to things that make you uncomfortable, not speak up. But I have matured. I have grown up. I would tell you, damn, okay, girl, what's going on? I thought you was using that something.
I appreciate that very mature response. I really do. But I'm gonna need somebody to sit up there, grab me by the shoulders, and tell me, "Bitch, you stink. You need to wash your ass. You gotta sit down, smell, sir. You
Now I
need to
know if
hop in
I
the
smell it,
shower
you
and take
smell
care of
it.
your body. That's gonna make you feel good. Yeah, you're depressed, but don't sit over here and sit in your filth and your waste and your stank. Your
Because now
thighs rub
she's
together.
sacrificing. She's
Put some soap
sacrificing.
in
Now she
between
can't.
those thighs.
Yeah,
That's all
no.
I'm saying. You don't have to yell at them. You don't have to strong arm them, even though you would like to.
Yeah.
Um, just make sure, yeah, take care of yourself, bathe, baby. Ain't nothing wrong with a little water and some soap. That's all I got to say.
And you know,
Just a
one thing
little
I'm
bit.
starting to learn about Aaliyah, she do not play when it comes to being fresh. She do not
No.
play.
No, not at all. For what? And see, I'm glad she ain't never put me in that position. See, that's
Uh,
why, you know,
You
see,
haven't had to put
20
me in
years.
that position,
20
okay? Because
years.
the minute I come
People will
around, you
tell
stank
her.
face, nose flaring. Just know
No.
that's the bull getting ready to come out.
If anything, that would be perverted men telling her she smelled like a cloud of cotton candy and vanilla and ain't I have never and I probably will not ever experience that. But if I had a friend that I had to tell that to, see, I don't have those type of friends. We don't have those issues. But if
yeah.
they were going through that, I would say something in the most humble way. I would not humiliate them. I would not feel make them feel
Oh
no type of way.
no,
I
no.
wouldn't say it in front of nobody else. Nobody would know about it. I would go to them directly. I wouldn't say nothing to such and such. I wouldn't say nothing to Bama. I would go directly to Aaliyah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's all
Yeah.
I
I
ask.
mean, I'm the same way. I'm the
Transparency.
same the way. Yeah, I'm definitely the same way. I'm gonna go to that person, but I'm gonna be straight up and real and authentically me. And be like, damn, you smelling like a pile of bounce that ass over there. Like, go get us some water.
Okay.
Like, I'm, uh, yeah. Uh, but that's just my humor. They know me, so um, yeah. I'm not gonna say it in public though.
Yeah.
Just like me,
Yeah.
like I know I was funky
I got more of a
walking.
conscience than that. My face will say otherwise, but I won't verbalize it.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was cussing in the bathroom at work the other day, but she blew that bitch up. So that's her fault. That's her fault. You don't leave your cat in the bathroom. I apologize. That's all I got to say.
Oh,
And
that's horrible.
it's at some
It
point
was.
like
It
people
was. My
have to
nostrils were horrified. Sorry.
at some point people have to have self-awareness though. Like they can smell that shit. Like when I was out on that damn trail walking, I know my ass got musty. I was smelling my damn self. So I know other people can
Exactly.
smell themselves.
Self
Go wash your
awareness.
motherfucking
Yeah,
Some
for
people
ass.
are
sure.
God
used
damn.
to it though. No lie. Some people are used to it. They get used to their
How
own
the fuck you
smell.
get used to that damn smell?
Cause you
Well,
always
I
say
wasn't
unfortunately,
used to that shit.
it's stuck in your nose hairs. It's just
and
floating
we
up
have
in
to
their lip.
remember. We have to remember, like JR said, we had guidance. We were taught properly.
Yes.
We were trained properly. And some people are not as fortunate. I am learning there are a lot of people are forced to raise themselves at very young ages, forced to have jobs, care for other siblings. And so this is why when I say you utilize your resources, you see what's on social media, so learn from it. Stop being jealous about what you don't have and understand the purpose behind why the message even came to you. Like if you saw something from a certain store that you can pay $1.25 and you can get an African sponge, why don't you go get that if you don't
Well,
know how to use a towel?
okay.
There's resources and there's information around you, so there's really not any excuse. So I'm gonna blame it on knowledge and I'm gonna blame it on lack of self-care and self-love. But after today, there should not be no confusion about self love. And after all these episodes of ass bathing and stinking people, y'all should know it's not okay. It's not allowed. Or
Well,
body odor, hygiene, it's unprofessional. It's
mm.
unsafe. Take care of yourself.
Yes,
Quit
please,
spreading
It's
please,
germs.
please do. So I don't have to
disrespectful.
take care of you.
That shit is
It is
Huh?
disrespectful.
disrespectful. To my nostrils, it's disrespectful.
it's disrespectful to yourself. Your body is your temple. You can't be out here mistreating your body and
Well,
giving it to everybody, and then you can't be giving it to everybody smelling like that either. Like that's
thank
causing
you.
problems and
I didn't
pandemics
ask
and
for that.
issues.
I didn't ask.
Thank you.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, people are nasty, and y'all out here falling in love with them and hanging out and hooking up and kissing them and touching them. That shit's gross. Have a little
Ooh.
bit more self awareness, self esteem, and self respect, and stop doing all that madness.
Mm-mm,
Be
not
careful
bumping
out in
up
them streets.
spanking.
Streets don't love you.
That's wrong. That's wrong.
I'm
Mm-mm.
just saying, these folk ain't being transparent about what they doing. They ain't even being transparent to themselves. They will lie to you to do whatever it takes to get what they want, and they don't care. People out here do not love you. They do not care. They are not considerate. So the least you can do is have some decency and respect for yourself.
Okay.
Take care of yourself. Clean your ass.
Absolutely. Hey, shout out to my cousin in the comments. He keep on talking about I'm ducking him because it's my little cousin and like we be playing basketball, and I taught him a lot. Now he think that he can hang with me now, so we got to see what's up.
Oh,
What up,
hey.
though?
What's
I
up,
see you in the
JR's cousin?
chat. What up, Ken folk?
Okay. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate you.
Okay, we appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Aaliyah, or whoever had to say something about that situation.
Any more,
yeah, I
Tom?
would.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I would just say, just gotta be honest, man. Like if your friend is really smelling that
Please.
bad and it's bothering you, and it's getting to the point to where you don't want to be around her, just be honest.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Like life is
Yes.
easier when you honest. And if she has a problem and she gets mad, then that ain't your friend. Then you know what I mean. That's how I look at it. Because if I'm being honest with you and I'm giving you information that'll help you, and you
Right.
take it the wrong way and you blow up, get mad, whatever, then it is what it is.
Okay. No, I
Mhm.
appreciate you letting me know. I consider you a real friend. I don't care if it's a booger in my nose. You watching out for me, and I appreciate that. That to me is somebody who's looking out for me. Like I said, man, please.
Straight
Well,
up.
I'm gonna move to a question that's a little bit more on theme and less hygienic. Um,
oh,
what was the thing that made it all click? How did you learn to love yourself? Hi, I've tried everything: therapy, hobbies, friends, you name it. I'm posting on Reddit now. Every therapist and partner I've ever had has pointed out my negative self talk, my lack of confidence once I let someone in. I'm so unsure of myself. I have much to be happy about and proud of, but I know I do not love myself or treat myself with kindness. I really want to, and have finally reached the point for the first time where I've realized I deserve to do this. I should feel happy about who I am, but I still don't. I criticize, I reprimand, I shy away, blame. How do I love myself? Big question. Just want to hear what the community has to say. I want to overcome self hatred. Thanks for sharing. Thoughts?
overcome self hatred. You got to change the way you think. uh, okay, so what is it that you hate about yourself, and why do you hate it? This is the first thing you need to realize, and then figure out how you can overcome that and change that from hate to love. And that's what I meant by do something about it or make the necessary changes. So let's say if you don't like your hair, okay, then look up different hairstyles for your hair type. Figure out what you need to do to take care of it. Like there is a solution for every single problem if you
Mm-hmm.
look for it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing. Recognize who you are, um, and figure out what it is that you want. What is it that it's going to take to make your life better? And then, at all costs, make it happen. If you think about it, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I forget who quoted that, but it's a reminder. It's all about how you think. And that was a plus from having cognitive therapy when I was 18, 19 years old,
Yeah.
especially at that age. You think you all high and grown, but I knew I had a long way to go. And
Okay.
so I wasn't finna let what my parents did go in vain. I wasn't finna put myself on the wrong track. knowing I had resources around me, a man that had some money in his pocket to pay for it.
Well,
I didn't have no insurance.
okay,
They barely wanted to give me food stamps. I was a college student with 3 jobs. Okay.
okay.
So don't think I was out here looking for no handout. I've been on my own since I was 17, and I made sure that I did the best that I could for myself. Has it been perfect? No. Am I still working on it? Yes. That's going to be a forever thing. As long as I have breath in my body, I'm going to have to work on myself and continue taking care of myself. So, yes, you need to change the way you think about yourself, and learn to love yourself and recognize the things that you can control,
Mhm.
control them. And what you can't control, let it go.
All right.
You know, for me, I think about how beautiful this experience is. You know, a lot of kids don't make it. A lot of babies don't even make it. And then you think about the process. Like it was a 1 out of 1 million chance that you was gonna be that cell that made it to that edge. And it's like you did all of that, and you got here, and you got through, whatever you had to get through. And it's like appreciate the whole experience for what it is, and love what you have around you. And if you don't love what you have around you, find different ways to get what you want out of life. But it's something not here for everybody. It's enough real estate for you to find what you love.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Bama, do you have any
Um,
I
thoughts?
don't I don't got nothing to add. Y'all said it all.
Okay. And I relate. We touch base on it most of the night, and I agree with both of y'all's comments. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next question just to close out the night. I caught my husband and best friend. This was yesterday. I'm just so tired now. I'm hurt in ways I didn't think was possible, and I feel like an idiot. I used to be really self conscious and jealous of other women. I've worked really hard on myself in the past few years, and I kept praising myself for all the work and not being jealous when my best friend and husband were seemingly close. Caught them in the act, and I'm all alone now. No one to tell or talk to. We have a young daughter. I want to leave, but I can't. Truthfully, it's been a difficult few years with my health issues. We have 2,000 pounds in debt. I don't know how much that is in US dollars. Poor credit, no jobs right now. I've no means to move out. I don't want to make myself homeless. I do not want to lose my daughter. The council doesn't help if you make yourself intentionally homeless. I've no family or friends to go to. I've got no money to get a flat, nothing. Can't even afford a divorce. I've no choice but to stay, and it's killing me. Thoughts?
Pray.
They
I
are, you're
mean,
muted.
I would say, little by little, work your way out of that situation. You know, whatever, like, even if it's little steps, and you can start mentally, figuring out what you have to do and what mind state that you have to be to maneuver and power your way out of it. But it's a where there's a will, there's a way. You can get through anything.
Mm-hmm.
And like I say, take those little baby steps in getting out the situation, and eventually you will be out.
Right.
yeah, I say
yeah.
just
Okay, that's
pray
a short
about
but
it
sweet
and
answer, Pammy. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, I just say
Bama.
pray about it and just um use whatever resources that you can come up with to get out that situation. Like JR said, whatever it is, like if you have to put $10 back every paycheck until you can save up, just keep doing that. And
Yeah.
that would motivate you to actually keep pushing forward because you're gonna see that stack up and you're gonna think in your mind, oh, I'm just that close to getting to my goal. And that's gonna continue that mindset on, yeah, to keep going.
Y'all
I
see the
just checking the
comments?
chat.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
can check on the chat. Everybody want see what they got. Hold on.
Goldie said it's hard to carry on a relationship with someone who constantly uses negative self talk, though. Yes. It is our responsibility to encourage them for the rest of our lives. She said, is it our responsibility to encourage them for the rest of our lives? He gets old after a while. Unfortunately, that's what comes with the territory. But yeah, that
Okay.
shit, that ain't what everybody be glamorizing the hell out of that shit. I ain't gonna be able to do it. For the rest of my forever, ever, I can't
Okay.
tolerate that. Nope. Marriage ain't for everybody. And make sure you know if that's for you, do it. I love love. But shit, you wanna be tied down, do you? Um Jelly Bean said, always protect your peace. Tiffany said, pull a waiting to
Yes.
excel on his car and clothes. If y'all don't know
Okay, that part.
that scene,
Okay.
I can see the
I
rope
put the
flying in the
windows
wind
out
and the
the car.
flames. That's my movie right there. But yeah, no, I totally understand that. That yeah, just stack your bread, sweetheart. Even if it's $10, $20, and then look for resources. See if there's assistance. Look for aid, and go talk to some people. And that ain't your best friend no more, so you can't tell them everything. So do the best you
Well,
can, and take your babies and run away, love.
right.
Yeah,
Well, I
you gotta do
feel
what you gotta do.
Yeah.
okay. Did we want to read any more scroll therapy for the evening?
I'm just checking the chat, making sure we good. Did anybody have any questions or concerns about today's topic and any of the hot topics? I hope I went over everything, and I just wanted to make sure I told everybody thank y'all for joining us for episode 5. Be sure y'all like, y'all subscribe, y'all share, y'all repost. Come back and watch some of the highlights. Let us know what you like, what you didn't like. I appreciate y'all. And make sure y'all come back next Tuesday. Let us know what you think in the chat. Again, I appreciate y'all. Shout out to Tiffany, Goldie, and Jelly Beans.
Jelly beans.
Tiffany in the chat says
And to
one
little
more,
cousin, so he
please.
gonna be dunking on JR.
What happened?
Uh, yeah, I see
Tiffany in the
Tiffany. I
chat
see what
said,
Bam saying.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, I really did like today's episode. I would love to revisit it next season because self love encompasses so much that we could not cover during this whole episode. Um, Especially as self love evolves over time. I would love to revisit it next season. But yeah, no, I appreciated today's talk and thank you guys for all your encouraging words. I definitely carry that with me throughout the day, believe it or not. It helps me, move on with my life. But yeah, no, y'all please follow me on all my socials, TikTok, Aaliyah Lane. Same thing with my Instagram. Uh well, I don't really follow nobody on Facebook, but yeah, you can do that.
Exactly, JR.
Hey, you already know JR Real 100. Catch me on TikTok, Instagram. I always try to put up at least one post a day. You know, um, and it's either gonna be me rapping, some with my son, or just motivation um, on how to persevere through this life.
Thanks. What's up, Bama?
Yeah, what are you
uh,
so tickling about? Sniggling, giggling over there. What's so funny? What is so funny?
because
Let the
because
audience
Tiffany was actually trying to let you know
know. What? Oh,
she
one
wanted
more, please?
she.
Baby, I can read one more. I got you. Look at here.
Uno mas, uno
I
mas.
I will let you know.
I was
Okay,
like,
after this
I
group,
said, I'm thinking
I am
about
the
buying
granny.
Aaliyah's like ready
I
to
be
go.
trying to shut down and get to work for the next day. I'm trying to get to rubbing my feet together, put my bonnet on, bathe, and go to sleep. So
Okay,
I
well
apologize.
give us 6 minutes.
I
We got six
apologize,
minutes, and
baby.
then you can run to your bonnet,
Baby,
baby.
granny ready to go. Okay, I apologize. I don't mean to cut you short, baby. I got one more for you. Hold on. Let me find one just for you. Let me find something juicy.
Yeah, I
Ask
was
and
trying
you
to
shall
hold that in.
receive.
I was so
I was trying
sorry.
to hold it in.
I got to get at work, up at work at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying to lay it down. Okay.
Bama, go ahead and shout out your socials while she finds another one, then I'll
Yes.
shout out mine.
Bama on TikTok, the real Bama 24. Yeah, you can find it right there because I don't know it by heart, but yeah, it's right there,
All
right there.
right. Bama
Yeah.
24.
Okay.
All right, John. Well, it's your girl Tabitha, aka Tabby Tickler.
Yeah.
Also, stay lit, dream big. That's another one of my affirmations daily. Um, y'all can follow me on Facebook, Tabitha Lynette, TikTok, Tabitha Lynette 69. Instagram is gonna be taboo underscore teak Texas because that is the business, the brand that I started back in 2009. But anyway, yeah, make sure y'all follow, like, share over there. I'm trying to get to 10K. I'm on the way. Hopefully, I can get there by my birthday. But
Oh,
oh well, if I don't. I appreciate y'all for being here. Thank y'all. And Aaliyah is gonna go through one more last scroll there because Tiffany, she opened up her
yeah.
mouth. They say closed mouth don't get fed, baby. And she finna
Okay. Well, I
Burma.
found one
What?
for you, Miss Tiffany.
Hold
What
on,
happened?
Bam. Is this the church finger?
Yeah, this is the church singer. One more.
Uh-huh.
Let's give a shout out to Tab. She just became an ambassador today. So yeah, congratulations to
Yay!
you.
Congratulations! Yes.
Thank you. So, if y'all don't know, I am TikTok affiliate and Amazon influencer, and I'm also affiliated with a few popular brands. But most recently became an ambassador for Codis. Y'all always see the Codis cups I always have. Here's one right here. So this is my favorite one. But yeah, I'm a Cody. I've been
Oh, that's
one for like
cute.
6, 7 months, but I officially like just kind of put my foot out there and trying to,
Okay.
get that money on. But anyway, yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of opportunities. Don't feel hesitant if you're, not where you want to be as far as on your journey, because I've been on this road for 6 years. I thought it was only 4, because 2 of them years I must
Mm.
have disappeared mentally. So, yeah, it takes time. It takes, dedication. It takes sacrifice. So, I pray that, whatever God's plan for me is, I don't miss it. I ain't trying to be Jonah in the belly of the whale. I think that's the same story. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, life be life and life be tapping my ass. Sometimes I want to give up, but then I'm too stubborn to give up. So shit, I just show up tired and goofy as hell, and then I think about what I'm gonna big back and snack to get me through it. So yeah, I appreciate y'all. I'm glad. I'm proud to be 1/4 of the Mosaic Union podcast. So make sure y'all follow your girl, support me. I'll support you.
And
That's
don't
it for
take it
me.
lightly.
Hey, another round of applause.
Yeah.
Yes.
And don't take it lightly because when you have accomplishments and it go back to self love, celebrate yourself. Celebrate the fact that you got in that position. Celebrate the fact that you made it to that milestone. You
You
know what I mean?
deserve it.
Yeah, you deserve it
Thank
because you
you.
put that work in.
Yep.
Thank you. I've
Absolutely,
always
Mama.
been a little weird cup junkie. I always had me a cup. I always had me something to drink. And I was inspired by other influencers that even turned me on to that brand. But for them to even see something in me worth working with, that's a blessing. So yeah, continue to, stay lit and dream big and follow your goals and your dreams and don't let nobody distract you from that. Just keep pushing. That's all I can say.
Okay.
But thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
So,
ma'am. Those are definitely the every small goal counts. It's an achievement, and don't shirk it. Everyone matters.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go ahead because I know
I'm
time
about
is
to say,
dwindling. We got
y'all
like
have
7 minutes
anything else to
before we
say
got.
before Granny cuts you off?
Go ahead, Granny. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I miss sex. I do. That's not me personally saying it, but yeah.
You in
I,
these pauses, sweetheart.
I'm just saying.
She telling on
I had to let
herself.
it sit for just a moment. Just
And
let it
is.
marinate so that the people understand the brevity, the seriousness of this title. I was celibate for a mental cleanse. I'm almost a year in. Girl, you ain't in the struggle. There's been so many times I almost folded. I want to get out there to date, but this dating pool is not it. There's no more romance. This generation doesn't even try anything. I tried the FW thing, the FWB thing, and it was good for a while. But I started feeling icky with the idea that we use each other for pleasure. But man, I miss intimacy and physical touch. Thoughts?
Wait a damn
Man, you
minute.
better
Did
get
you
out
write
there.
this?
When we get off this live, I got some wonderful words, colorful words for you. They got adjectives and verbs. I'm telling you, lots of conjugations just for you, Bama. That's all I got to say. I'm gonna keep it cute for the live. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah.
What is your take on this, Bama? Since you got a lot to say. Not JR
When
over
the
there
last time
sipping.
you had some? Wait a
Had to
minute,
get
since you
some.
wanna call me out, when the last time you got some butts?
And you better tell the truth.
Last week.
Go to close your
Tell the truth,
ears.
shame the devil. Go ahead.
I
I
just
wanna
said it.
know.
Last week.
Last week,
You
what are
know,
you talking?
look, you want to know the time too?
I don't need to. I don't know.
It
I don't
costs.
need all the
You
details. I
pay.
really don't. I'm just.
I said the time,
I'm happy for
Tab.
you.
Oh.
I'm happy for
I
you.
ain't paying for shit when it's free. Shit.
Hey,
Now
the
let me
Bam
get
and
it.
Aaliyah dynamic is hilarious. I swear.
Thank you.
He's
I
that
appreciate
little
it
brother.
though.
I swear. He's just like that little brother to me because he reminds me so much of CJ. I be ready to choke the shit out of him, but I
Aaliyah, we
control
gotta get him
myself.
with them towels. Aaliyah, we
Yes,
gonna get him with them wet
it's
towels.
down the stairs.
That ass
Look,
up.
y'all see the skin. The skin. Y'all don't see no bumps on my face. That's
Yeah.
when I'm start breaking out, that's how you know it's been a while. But when this face
Oh,
is
it's been
clear,
dry. Poor
it's
baby.
been
He
going
in the
on.
hair. I remember that the
Not the
It-
next time
healing
I see a
waters.
pimple on your face. It's been a while. Yeah, poor baby.
yeah.
It's
Not
been.
the
Yeah. Hey,
serum.
I am not ashamed to tell it.
Oh. He said, "You want
Hey,
my clear skin method?"
I'm telling
I'm
you.
gonna be all the way real, and y'all can tell me if y'all disagree or agree. You know, for different reasons. But to me, sex is a needed part of life. Like, even if you getting it off
Absolutely.
on your own, doing what you got to do, but you have to have that release. Like, we come from that.
Right.
We
I be
all come from
hangry.
sex. Like, it's a part of
Release.
us. You know what I'm saying?
I be
You gotta
hangry
have it.
and
Like,
not
stop.
hungry. I be hangry. Because I be horny and
Yeah,
angry.
And you'll be breaking out.
man.
Well,
Yes.
We
I'm
was talking about
selective
Ricky.
nowadays. I can't help it. I live in Athens, Texas. There is very slim pickings around here, so I'm extremely selective. So it may take me a while. That's why I love going on cruises. I'm just saying, I can be free.
Hey, you better have a rose or
Wait a
something too.
damn
Shit.
minute.
A Rose ain't gonna do nothing for
Never
me.
You be
mind.
rocking the hell out of them cabanas.
No.
Oh, I love cabanas. Yes, I love
I
cabanas.
bet you do.
Underneath the stars and the moonlight. Yeah, they
Ah,
I
shine.
bet you
she
The
said she
stars
need
are
a view with
bright.
it.
Deep
do.
in the heart
She
of
did.
Texas.
She
Yes.
did an excursion with it.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
hilarious.
I'm trying to get to
Oh,
the Mile
shit.
High Club on a cruise.
That's
That
why you
part.
didn't take me on the last cruise.
I
That's
was
what I'm
free,
trying to get.
baby. I was live and free. I had a room to
Noted.
myself. Oh, it was wonderments. It was
I bet
great.
it was
It
all
was
to
great.
yourself.
Oh, yes. I was so happy.
We know you don't
Oh
share.
Lord.
Oh my goodness. Well, people, what Tiffany say? Adulting ain't for the weak and ain't.
Man.
Yeah, I don't I don't keep that to myself. If the right come on comes along, then he comes. If not,
Goldie,
I'm
you don't
not
need nothing
pressed.
about that. Hold on. You in my business. That's not me.
Ooh, Like my granny the other day, Candace told, you don't need to be putting that salt on them french fries. She said, look, mind your business. Don't tell me what to do now. Don't tell me
Okay.
what to do. Baby, I mean, smooth cut her off. Don't do that.
Don't
I
do
said,
that.
you right.
Okay.
She said, I'm
You
84
right.
years old. I said, you right. You right. Take that sodium in. I'm just sitting over there sipping on my Coca-Cola shit, minding my business, because I'm a big bag. I ain't finna say shit.
Okay. And yes, Jelly Beans, I did say the Mile High Club. Yes. Except on the boat.
I'm trying.
Roll,
I'm
roll,
trying to
roll
get.
your boat.
On the
I'm
boat.
trying to get on both of them clubs, the boat club and the Mile High.
We
Shit.
know Bama gonna be tearing them down.
Well, that's why you're going on the cruise by yourself, because if I ever get to that top deck and I see that stuff, I'm going blind.
Okay? I don't know you.
I don't want to see that.
I told y'all, y'all
No.
better act like y'all don't know who I am on that cruise, because I'll be
I
walking
absolutely
around butt
will, because you're
naked,
going to be
drunk
in the
somewhere.
brig. I got to get back to Texas.
He gonna get left there.
No, sir, I don't know that man. No, we didn't come together. No, absolutely not. I don't participate in those type of lascivious activities. I'm a nice,
L-
wholesome girl, you know.
Word of the week, lascivious.
It's lascivious, okay?
On that one, we gonna sound off, and I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all join us back 8 p.m. Central Standard Time next Tuesday. Shout out to Mosaic Union Podcast. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all, everybody in the chat. Bama, go ahead and drop that beat.
Hey.
Deuces, everybody.
Yes, sir. See ya
It's
later.
Bama, Tabby, Tickler, Aaliyah, and JR, the rapper. It's Bama, Tabby, it's Bama, Tabby, Tickler, Aaliyah, and JR, the rapper. Mic on the table, no polish. Truth in the room, we call it. Different lanes, one circle. Same old scars, we talk it. From rent days to the break room. From new dreams to the pain too. We laugh hard and we break down, still we show up. That's the name now. Say what you mean what you say. Keep it bare, don't fade away. If it's real, let it sting. If it's joy, let it sing. Mosaic Union Podcast. Say it plain, say it loud. Mosaic Union Podcast. Real talk, we hold the crowd. Every voice got a reason. Every bruise got a sound. Mosaic Union Podcast. Come as you are. Right now, one week is love, next week is lost. Next week we're asking what it all costs. Black tea, cold notes, late night calls, big laughs. Then the quiet falls. We tap into faith and flaws, broken homes and second chances. Work boots, art and hard-earned wins. No mass here, just bare hands. Say what you mean what you say. Keep it bare, don't fade away. If it's real, let it sting. If it's joy, let it sing. Mosaic Union Podcast. Say it plain, say it loud. Mosaic Union Podcast. Real talk, we hold the crowd. Every voice got a reason. Every bruise got a sound. Mosaic Union Podcast. Come as you are right now. No perfect script, just honest breath. We named the fear, we named the rest. If you've been bent, if you've been won, sit in the storm, you won't be alone. Mosaic Union Podcast. Say it plain, say it loud. Mosaic Union Podcast. Real talk, we hold the crowd. Every voice got a reason. Every booze got a sound.